Hi everyone, come with me as we go to Tranzoia County, which is located in Rift Valley but in the western region of Kenya. Its biggest town is Kitale, which we are headed right now. I'll start by speaking about Tranzoia County, which is 026. It's the breadbasket of Kenya through farming, maize farming, which is the largest producer in Kenya amongst all other counties. Kitale town has a population of 900,000 people and is a cosmopolitan town with a lot of communities around. As you can see, the infrastructure is really nice. That is the flyover. That route is on your way to Eldoret. Now we're entering the town. The ethnic communities found in Tranzoia are Luyas, who are the majority, followed by the Kalenjins, followed by the Kikuyus, Kisis, Turkanas, and other communities. Tranzoia has 5 constituencies, which is Cherangani, Kiminini, Saboti, Kwanza, and Endebess. It has lots of tourist attraction sites, that is Mount Elgon National Reserve, Kitale Museum, Saiwa Swamp National Park, Dura Conservancy, amongst others. So today I'm gonna start by visiting Kitale Museum. The last time I was here was in the 90s. It was one of the most touristic place where you'd bring school kids. Or maybe teachers are also cutting on costs, going to a further place. The entrance fee for Kitale Museum is 150 shillings, which you can pay via M-Pesa or cash. Was a little surprised there are no guides here. It's you it's you to guide yourself, but at least it's self-explanatory, most of the things. So I told myself I'm gonna start inside the museum. This place was opened in 1924, which was initially named Stoneham Museum after Colonel Frederick Stoneham, who was an artifacts collector in the North Rift, and he aided in the creation of more than 6 museums in Kenya. We start by going around and of showing what is inside. This is the typewriter that the colonel was using to record information and write. Well, the colonel was alive. This museum was a private entity, but when he died, he willed funds as the entire collection to the national government to progress his work. We'll start by the tools Ali man was using, that is the djembe and others. So this map is showing where fossils were found, including the cradle of mankind in Turkana, and how Ali man was living, which was mostly believed that he was a vegetarian or mainly ate plant-based food. Spoiler alert, you're not allowed to touch anything. You're supposed to just see it. These are the skulls found in the different parts of North Rift. This is Ali man with his family. As you can see, he's on a branch of a tree, maybe fetching fruits or edible leaves, and the wife is playing with a kid, and they're all naked, as is believed before we evolved. From here, we're going to head to traditional attires, that is the dress code of our ancestors. The first one is a Bukusu woman seated. And what is common amongst all is that all women were bare-chested, and she has a sisal made skirt. Then we head to a Turkana woman having beads on, and then legetio, which is the thing on the waist, and a skirt made of animal skin. And she has something wooden on her hand. I don't really know what that is. Then we head to the Nandi woman who's holding a gourd, and her ear is pierced, and she has a skirt made of animal skin, and maybe because she's from a colder region, that's why it's long. And here we have Luo warrior seated ready to strike with a spear at hand and a shield. It's not really clear because of the glass. That's made of fur. What is common is that almost all clothes are made of skin, animals that is. Then here we have tools for making food. The big stone against the smallest is for grinding flour. Then we have a traditional mortar and pestle. Then we also have a traditional pot that is called kenut. It's used to keep food warm, that one. It's made of skin. Also we have a sufuria, a variety of pots, calabash, burubet, I don't know how they call that in English, cooking stick, and also a metal spoon. Here we have a traditional whisk, a three-legged chair. I think I saw it with my grandfather. It's specifically for men only. The rest of you women would sit on the floor. And then we have legatio for the west, and then we have a porch there. Also have a Columbus monkey skin, which is for royalty, mainly worn by the elders. Then we have wandindi, shakers, that is you wear it on your legs. Then a clay pot, not sure what that is for. These are all used for ceremonies. We also have a variety of other musical instruments, inclusive of a drum. This is the Luya age set and circumcision age group for the Bukusus and the Maragolis. And now we have the different ornaments worn by women with their names and how they are worn. Downstairs, you'd find a variety of wildlife that has been preserved. That is the bird life, ostriches, superb starling, a crow, falcon, etc., with also their eggs. And you have a variety of butterflies, lizards, we have chicken, we have flamingos, we have fish, a hippo skull, monkeys from the previous video, and other animals. Outside we also have a section where they have snakes. They have 4 different species. The Gabon viper from the equatorial jungles of West Africa, and it's mainly used in the production of antivenom. It's the largest of all vipers and normally feeds on toads, birds, that is small animals. The second one is a puff adder, which is really bad-tempered and hisses or puffs when disturbed. It's from the deserts or arid places. It feeds on birds and rats, etc. Thirdly, we have the black mamba, which is not black despite their name, and is the longest and the most poisonous snake in Africa. And finally, the forest cobras, normally found in forests. They live in pairs, and during mating season, you can't distinguish between male and female. Now we have a crocodile. Not sure if an animal should stay alone because it's only alone. Then there's a traditional homestead section where there's a Luia's hut, there's the Kalenjin, there's the Turkana's homestead. Most of them are grass thatched, and then it's inclusive of a granary and a kitchen. So I'll show you how it looks inside. After winding up at the museum, I headed to a fast food called Coco at the heart of Kitale. They have an amazing broth which they sell at 50 shillings. Anytime I'm there, I take a very funny combo, which is chicken with this broth, which is very juicy and sweet. Then later headed to Ndura Park Conservancy, which is 2 kilometers away from Kitale. The entrance fee is 200 shillings. It's a private conservancy and also a rescue center for disabled animals. It sits on a 200-acre piece of land and boasts of more than 700 different plant species. And as you can see, it's super green and it's really breathtaking. The environment, the birds chirping, the fresh air away from the town. Here we have Mr. and Mrs. Lion basking. They are the largest cats and the only ones that live in groups, and female lions are the main hunters. Also, a lion's roar can be heard up to 8 kilometers away. They also scent or mark their territory using their pee to create a border. Then I headed to the monkey section, and they were in the same cage with the cranes and falcons. They are very social and live in troops consisting of several females with young ones and maybe one single male. here we have crocodiles. They're normally fed with insects, fish, small frogs, lizards, and small mammals. I was also surprised to learn that crocodiles can even stay for many months without eating, but not the ones in captivity, that is. A female crocodile lays from 12 to 48 eggs. Its lifespan is up to 70 years, just like humans. Then this is a leopard. Its lifespan is 12 to 17 years. They are the smallest of the big cats and are solitary animals, but are ambush predators. They're really strong, especially those ones not in captivity. They can drag their kill up the trees with no help, no matter their weight of the prey. Then I also got to see the ostrich. They are the largest flightless birds. They are native of sub-Saharan Africa. Their height is from 7 feet to 9 feet. They lay eggs and their incubation period is 42 days. And their lifespan is up to 70 years in captivity, but in the wild, it's roughly 30 to 40. From here, I saw the baboon and wasn't quite sure if they were throwing something at me or they were just being playful, you know. They normally weigh from 9 kilos to 31 kgs. The size is 20 inches to 30 inches. The lifespan is 20 to 40 years. There are different kinds of baboons, but the ones in Kenya are normally the olive baboons. They feed on fruits, grasses, roots, and also eat meats of rodents or smaller mammals. And here we have the hyena. As we all think that hyenas are scavengers, they're not. They also hunt as well. With all the shade thrown to them, they are also very intelligent, and they don't mate with members of their clan. They do mate with members of other clans. Here we also have a baboon. They're busy doing I don't know what. And here I got to see Mr. and Mrs. Lion now awake. I don't know if they were being agitated or they were just being playful, not sure. And here we have the donkeys, and my guide told me they're normally slaughtered to feed the lions and other animals. At least they have land where they can graze and do all that. So from here we go to the animals rescued. For instance, this cow, the hind legs are paralyzed. That is why it walks like that. And here we got a very special cow whose female reproductive is not normally where it should be, but at the milk duct. So this guy showed me around his almost the head of my dad, but it's really embarrassing for him to, elaborate that in my native language. Regardless, it is what it is. So he's showing me where it is. And then this cow has something like an hunchback, that is why it's walking sideways. But other than that, it's just a normal cow living its life. And then from here, I got to see lamar, which is from Peru, South America. It's part of the camel's family. It's a calm animal, but if you mess around with it, it spits on you, and its odor is really so bad. That is its young one. It's 1 month and 2 weeks old, but it's super tall. Here we have two calves. The one standing has 3 legs and is super fast. And then the one sleeping has 2 normal hind legs, but the front ones are quite short, so it walks or jumps like a kangaroo. After that, I used this route to go back to the main entrance, and I was told it's super safe, no matter how bushy it looks like, and there's CCTV inside those trees, but the fresh air was worth it. that is how I spent my day in Kitale, Tranzoia. Thank you for watching and kindly subscribe and remember to drop a like. Bye for now.